Hello, and welcome to another episode of Duos in Destiny, where two lizard people play Dungeons and Dragons in the form of a Spelljammer campaign, homebrewed by this lizard right over here. I would like to give a very special shout out to two people that may or may not be lizards in our lives. The first one is Jason Wardell of In the Vast Forest. With the ability to play the keys like he does, he might be a lizard. And the other one that I'd like to give a very special shout out to is Roll for Sketching on Instagram. Be sure to check her out for all the custom character artwork that she does, because she also might be a lizard person. We're not sure yet. But both of those have a huge support in our channel. Jason Wardell of In the Vast Forest on Spotify and Bandcamp does all of the music that you can hear going on in the background right now. And Roll for Sketching does all of our custom character artwork, from the logo, the avatar, everything in between. So thank you to them specifically, but otherwise, I throw it over to you.
Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. I'm Brandon, your player
Lizard.
here at Duos in Destiny. Moreover, here on Commander's Log.
Commander's Log!
Where I play Karson. Thank you for joining us for episode number 63 today of this journey. We're rapidly approaching... I came to the realization that we're rapidly approaching the longest campaign we've ever played.
Yes.
In general, too. Like, not far off, but about 10 or 12 sessions. Crazy.
But they're crazy.
Yeah.
And there's no end in sight.
No, that's a lot of sessions. Hey, thanks for joining us. If you haven't yet, look in the description down below for all the good details about our socials. If you enjoy our show, please check out our Patreon and see what we've got going on over there. And if you just want to help buy us a cup of coffee, because we like coffee, we'd appreciate it. Without further more, while Logan takes his drink, I'll take us to last time. On Commander's Log.
Commander's Log!
The sailfish crushed its journey and crushed some enemies at that, and moreover, you could say stabbed. But a wild entry and then depart caused for Karson, Pizor and Hak to make a quick entry, fast attacks, and just abrupt decisions, running in a vertical sense inside the ship, trying to find the jammer helm in some way, some fashion. We're off of just having a little scuffle after watching a few parties kind of separate, and then one coming towards us. We had this mild scuffle there going through, and we just took another turn that led back, or is leading up, and that is right where we pick up.
Yeah. And pick up there we do. So you have just gotten into a scuffle, immediately gone down one of the routes that takes you elsewhere into the wasp nest, as I will be calling it. Sorry, it's the wasp hive. Let me correct myself there. As you are taking a turn down this, you notice the air around you. Actually, you wouldn't notice anything because you do have that air bubble spell around your head at all times, preventing you from having any of these issues. Your boy Hak doesn't need to breathe, so he also doesn't have these issues. But Karson, behind you, Pizor is retching, gagging, hardly holding his breath at all times. Currently under the poison condition from previous encounters, but you would know from prior experience that breathing this noxious gas in does eventually lead to that condition as well. So, not a good time for him, and the fact that he cannot necessarily breathe the fresh air that you are getting at the current moment. But regardless, you guys plunder on. It is very dark within these halls here. I believe you had a light cantrip running most of the time, if I'm not mistaken, and you were kind of like just using it as like a small flashlight.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly can. I don't remember exactly if I put it on the bottom of like my hand axe that's strapped to my side because I cover with the code.
Yeah, that's the typical go-to move, and so I didn't know if that's what you're still maintaining.
I would if I needed it.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is exactly what's going on. As you guys are delving through these tunnels, it is a very kind of odd structure to this wasp hive that you are within. As large of a structure as it is, the fact that it is essentially a space station that is floating out and deploying other small vessels, it's very organic. on the inside. The walls are kind of like this hard, glistening, mucus-like texture. Half of kind of what you would imagine with a wasp hive, where it has that look almost like layered texture to it, but at the same time it's hardened like a carapace. I do want to make an amendment because I was very wrong. It's not game-changingly wrong, but whenever you had asked me the height of the hangar, I said it was like 60 feet tall, and I was off. That doesn't make any sense to me in the slightest. So I will admit that the hangar is deeper by probably about twofold. So I apologize because I messed your maneuvers up, so I'll give you advantage on your next, I'll just give you inspiration at any point you have it for my blunders. And I apologize about that, but it's negligible. It really didn't affect too much of the encounter, but it does exist. Yeah, it changed absolutely everything. You would tell just based upon Pizor's reaction to the air around you that you guys are definitely getting deeper into the wasp hive itself. As you're barreling, I don't know if you're going at a high speed or
at a good speed. Probably
okay.
Theoretically just over normal, like running.
Cool.
So
okay, so you're definitely like it's a heavy jog.
Yeah.
You're not stealthy by any means, right?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
I don't think there's a need to. Everybody's just moving. We've seen
Right.
it. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And from what you've seen so far on the ship, everyone is scattered. You haven't seen large clusters, people lounging about. Everyone that you come across is in action, armor to the teeth, ready to go for combat. So as you're barreling down this hallway, you see it starts to branch off on several different directions. But the branches don't actually go anywhere. It's almost like there's just small little cubbies on either side that have some semblance of a hatch or a door that covers each individual, and they line this hallway that you're going down the entire way through.
Okay.
Pizor behind you, again, breathing heavily, retching at the sound every now and, or not the sound, the smell every once in a blue moon. Anything you're doing while you're going down this hallway of doors. Essentially, it's doors, it's more of like chambers, but they are walled off and sealed. Not like heavily sealed, but I think you get what you mean. I'm rambling.
So they're sealed like doors, though. So there's a handle.
Yes.
Or not. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think these are, Pizor?
I don't know what it is, but it is the worst smell I have ever. Oh.
Is it getting worse?
It is, yes. It's getting hard to bear.
Let me check one, and I'll just pick one random one as we're going.
Okay. As you open it, it is unlocked. When you push inside, it is a very mundane room. It looks more like a barracks in the fact that it is comfortable, somewhat. It is disgusting inside. You see, like, tossed around food of some sort. That definitely is rotting, decaying, stinking. But the bed inside is more like a hammock structure that's just strung between the two walls. You see a small pile of belongings, some like scraps of clothing and armor that are more so just like left behind, but not many personal effects, nothing of real value within here. It is just a place for them to sleep.
Immediately pull back. Yeah, no need to go in there. Let's go. Keep moving.
Okay. Excellent. As you continue onwards, eventually you come into out of this hallway of what I'll call essentially barracks at this point. You enter into another one of those larger chambers that has 4 doorways entering in. You come in on one, so we'll just kind of like put doors here. Essentially large chamber, roughly the same size that you were in previously. You would probably guess this is some kind of gathering hall in the fact that there's really nothing of major note in here. There's scattered tables, some tossed aside fragments of broken weapons, armor that's been damaged beyond repair. You do see some stores, not necessarily stores because everything is just a disorganized mess, but you do see on one table there's kind of like a small pile of half-filled vials that you would recognize as those poison bombs that they throw. But when you enter in, we'll say that you guys enter in from this door right here. I don't have a third or fourth one, so we'll just kind of pretend. Goodness gracious, you goober. Pizor needs to stand up. He's just getting so dizzy with how disgusting the air is. But as you guys enter in, there is 3 other doorways that lead out. This room is unoccupied.
Well, I'm gonna go snag those bombs.
Okay, excellent. Roll me a d6.
5.
5, okay. Of the large table that is sitting around, you pick up 5 completely finished bombs. There's one that you have to essentially cork itself, but whenever it comes time, just mark down Ssurran bomb, and I will find the stats for you there. When you enter in, like I said, they're not necessarily doors so much as just hallways that lead elsewhere throughout. What do you do? Which way?
I'm immediately looking for one that continues up.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
If I can just tell from.
Investigation or survival would probably be a pretty good.
It's between 12 and a 10, so it's not too bad. That is better. You said I could use investigation?
Yeah.
If I can, I will, because that's 24, then no investigation.
24. Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
You find one that is absolutely leading directly up. There is one that leads down, and the tunnel kind of narrows on one way. Another one levels out with the existing plane that you're on, and then you see one that specifically goes forward for a little bit and then starts to curve up and out as if you're probably on the exterior edge of the wasp hive itself.
This one, Pizor. Let's go, quick.
Okay, so heading out through that next door there, you guys journey up. Immediately, you're walking along the exterior edge. You can feel the whole wasp hive kind of shuddering under impacts from the battle outside, but the hall kind of curves along the exterior of the ship, makes a hard turn, where it's almost like a U-turn, and then dives directly up, so you know this is 100% the way you're wanting to go. As you crest into that very next room, you see that it opens up into not a very large chamber, but the tunnel probably widens by 3 times. If it's about a 15-foot tunnel, probably about 40 to 50 feet wide at this point, and lining the side, very similar to the barrack doors, except these ones are all actually sealed. There is a hatch on each one of them that keeps them barred from the outside going in. There are varying sizes of these doors. Some of them are very smaller-ish, like they fit a small creature. Like Hak would be able to comfortably fit through one. You'd have to stoop. There are other ones that are normal-sized, some that are very large, and some that they have like hatches or like a ladder and a pathway they can get up to, like a double-decker room. Every door is shut. You can hear the movement and rattling of things beyond those doors.
Pizor, is this a prison?
Yes, it has to be.
Of good or bad?
I don't think that's a great question. No offense.
Okay, yeah. Alright.
Are you asking if we want to free them?
Yeah. You ready?
Sure, yes.
Okay, that one. It's
Okay.
our size.
Okay, you go unlock the very first door. As you open up the door, you see a Nyogi hanging out, battered, bruised, barely clinging to life in the back, just kind of crumpled up. Like, you know how a spider curls in on itself? Those legs are all like crumpled up to its body, and it barely lifts its eel-like head and looks at you with teeth bared. Pizor slams the door shut behind you, and he looks at you. He goes, "Do we
Not that one. Yeah, shut it. Try this one.
open up another one?" Another Nyogi with him.
Shut it. Try the small one. Hack. Open that one.
As you open up the small one, it hinges outwards, and you see a small, like, gooish blob stuck inside to the wall, and immediately as the door opens, it starts to slither out, like basically unstick itself to the wall, to the ground, and start rolling over itself like it's one cohesive mass that is slowly rolling towards that door.
Yeah, Hak, not sure what that is. Shut it. Okay. All right.
Are we going to keep trying?
I don't know. It's kind of fun.
This is... Surely there's got to be something in here that is helpful, right?
I would think so. Something.
Are the Nyogi not helpful? I have to ask. That is exactly who's fighting these people outside.
They are, yes, but do they know that we're part of them? That's the question you need to answer. I don't know.
Based on our past experiences, they are intelligent creatures. They're not the nicest creatures, though.
True. Didn't one try to kill me?
One tried to kill all of us, yes. Actually, that was before my time.
That was. The Nyogi was back on. Oh gosh, that was literally like episode 3.
Yeah, Grey Grim Island.
Oh, wow,
yeah, it was
episode
early
3.
episodes, like, yeah. No, you only told me stories about the Nyogi, but everything that you said about them, they are vile creatures.
They are, absolutely.
So the fact that Octavian employs them, I don't know what to read.
Yeah, no, don't worry about that now.
Okay. Are we doing anything with the other doors? Or is this a problem for later? Or a problem for never?
I'll go back to that first Nyogi door. I opened it back up.
As you open it up, the Nyogi raises its head and it immediately just hisses.
I'm not here to hurt you. You can leave the other way, away from where we're going. We're bringing the ship down.
Who are you?
We work for Octavian.
It stands up. Then we have a common master. And it bows its head in respect. And it starts to approach you apprehensively.
Yeah, I move out of the way. I think another one of your friends are here. Open up the next door that had that other Nyogi in it.
What does Octavian have you doing here?
Well, rescue mission.
For us.
Yes, and to bring the ship down, of course.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Don't go this way. I point the way the direction we're going. Go the other way.
Out.
Yes. Down. You eventually lead to a hangar.
We are indebted to you. Octavian will know.
Very good. I don't know how many more are here. More
it clambers out, and it starts to like peer into. There's basically small food hatches on each of those doorways, and it kind of like sniffs at the hatch of the door next, and it nods to you, and it starts to open that hatch that the other Nyogi was in.
You don't earn these big ones.
No. We've been captured recently.
Fair enough.
They ambushed us.
Be safe.
Kill them all.
Pizor and I gesture to the big one. I'm going to open it.
Okay.
I got to. I never take any risks. This is Dungeons and Dragons
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
I have to open this door.
Okay. Sure. As you...
I don't like the sure comment. That wasn't very cool.
You don't have to do anything.
Oh, I actually do.
As you trundle over to the large door, the Nyogi is immediately in back behind you. You can see it's opening that hatch. The two of them kind of exchange a brief. It helps the other one up and kind of like helps limp it along. And then they start going through and sniffing at and kind of sensing each door. So in the background, they haven't left this chamber. They are working to do whatever it is that they're doing. As you go to this very large door, you're heading quite a few rows of cells down at this point. And you get to a door that is easily 25 feet tall, 20 feet wide. You release, who's releasing the hatch? You, Hak. Okay, as you release the hatch, the door is immensely heavy. It is reinforced beyond all belief. And as it starts to creak itself open, I need you to make a strength check.
Just a generic strength check.
Yeah.
Natural 2 plus 4, 6.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds, because I didn't prep for this. I'm gonna crawl beneath the camera.
Folks, make sure that you always have your preparation D&D when you're playing Dungeons & Dragons. Go ahead, visit our Duels of Destiny /store to get your preparation D&D so you can always be ready as well.
Are you making jokes about preparation H?
No, I would never.
Okay.
But
Okay.
what's life with a little bit of risk, a little bit of fun?
What? No, come on, Dan. Dang it. Did you really see that? I was hoping it would.
Did I really see it? Let me just put it on top of the table in front of you. Like,
Well, I tried to like sneak it underneath the lip here. Nah, man. Okay.
that's what it is.
So very first thing that happens is I need you. No, you failed your strength check because I rolled an 18 on my dice, plus the fact that it's a Braxit that comes barreling out of the door here. Immediately, as soon as the door gives way, you hear the rattling of chains, and then the door just slams into you with force that you're familiar with after having to deal with it before, but you go flying backwards, basically thrown back 30 feet.
30 feet?
Yes. You don't make it to the other side of the room. But
like hold on, may I make an argument to try to hold on to the thing, or is it because I failed it?
That was a strength check.
I can't hold on. I can't even hold on to the levers. Make it. You're fine.
Okay. You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and you're prone 30 feet back. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And immediately you see that as it pushes out of the door, one of the hands comes reaching through. There is a shackle that is still attached to its arm, but the chain is broken a few links down beneath, and its arm is reaching through and slamming against the door and kind of like smacking all around. And you can hear the rattling of chains and the groaning of some kind of structure inside, where you can hear like the straining of steel, where something is about to give at this current moment.
Wait. Wait.
Wait. For what?
You want to be free? I'm not a Ssurran, as you can tell. Evidently so, am I not? I will set you free. I've come to bring this ship to the ground. Would you like your freedom, or a chance for it?
Would you value your life?
Yes, I have no quarrel with you. You're more than welcome to cause as much rampage as you would like. How does that sound?
Wonderful. Unleash me.
Let me try. Please do not bring harm to me. Are there others aboard this ship?
At this point, I'm going to have you make a persuasion check. Unless you're going for, I wouldn't anticipate it. Intimidation.
No. I'm not trying to be tough.
Yeah.
The persuasion's gonna be tough.
And nothing you said is a deception, so that's why I went with persuasion there.
It doesn't matter. Either
Okay.
way. In 3 years from now, when I play my next character, I'm definitely just playing charisma and wisdoms. 6, 4, 5. 6, 4, A 5.
Okay. I think you were throwing 3 numbers at me that make no sense in any context.
Well, 4 in the American language is FOR. Not FOUR.
Color in the English language is COLUR, so
Gray. GRAY.
EY. Anyways, as you're gathering yourself and standing back up, this chuckle comes from behind the door. Again, it's just kind of grasping at the open hatch, trying to pull itself free, and you can hear the strains running. I don't know who you are, but let me rampage and get out of here. Get out of my way. And you hear the strain continuing, and then a snap, and a chain scattering across the floor.
Fine, have it your way.
Pizor is like, he looks to you and says, "We need to go."
Yeah.
He shouts back to the Ssurran, or the Neogi, "Run!"
Open all the doors you can and run.
Oh, the doors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go.
As the two of you are running around, even Hak is getting in on the action. It's about probably like every other door, maybe every other door, just in some circumstances, and some that are kind of like a little bit shut. But you go through and you start. You hear the Braxton shatter through another one of those chains, and then next thing you know, you hear this massive groaning of steel, and then you see behind you as you glance the entire door ripped from its hinges and thrown across the way, smashing into the other side. Creatures at this point are pouring out of the doors. Probably about 90% of them are humanoid. There are a few of them that are very bizarre creatures that you probably have never seen before or even begin to comprehend.
Probably crazy.
And then all of them just begin to scatter. Some of them scatter back within and cower as the Brax emerges from behind, looks right, looks left, and immediately starts charging left away from you guys at the current moment. Anything else?
No, I mean we'll just open.
Okay.
Unless there's something that unless somebody really sticks out, I'm like, oh hey, like either you look like me, like you're a human.
Yeah, I was gonna say at some point, there are probably, by the time you open, let's call it 15 doors, there's probably about 3 people that are humanoid or of a humanoid descent. You definitely see about 2 more that are beast folk. You wouldn't recognize them maybe as being from Vishotar themselves, but that definitely like animal humanoid hybrid is present in several of the creatures that come barreling out.
Any of them look immediately like they could be aidful. I know you make that word up as I say, mean like helpful.
Yeah, several of them are fortified, formidable. That's the word. Dang it! Now we're both struggling. So we're doing great.
Constitutional.
Yeah. Several of them are very formidable individuals. Every one of them looks like they are malnourished, beaten beyond all means, struggling to maintain any kind of constitution. Like if you think jaundiced of humans, most of the people that you free look that very same, to where like they haven't seen a proper meal or proper treatment at any point. The stench is horrendous. Nothing has been bathed at any point of captivity. There is no facilities either, so it is people living in their own filth, and it is subhuman conditions.
Then all I do is yell out one last time. I said, "The docks are lower. You're in space. Free yourself now. You have your opportunity."
Okay. Go ahead, and this is not like a check as in like charisma, but roll a charisma check in general. Nice missed box.
Does that count?
This is more along the lines of 100% you meant to hit the box.
I went left hand across. Yeah, I know. You want what do you want charisma with it?
Yeah, if you have like.
No, I don't have charisma. But it's
Okay.
14.
Okay.
Minus. No, charisma's 0.
Do you have any proficiency in like intimidation or persuasion? Okay.
I was plus 0. I guess I didn't have to. It was not a -1, but 6 or 5 doesn't really probably be a difference. So.
What was your roll then?
This one's 14.
Okay, cool. I thought you said 14, but then you said 65.
Well,
Okay.
the last time when I rolled a 6, I did a -1. For some reason, I looked at perception.
Yeah.
But
You can't really tell how much your message has stuck with the people that are the creatures, the individuals that are scattering behind you. The Braxid is laying waste to almost anything and everything in its path.
shoot.
It had ran across the door, or across the hallway, grabbed the hatch that had broken loose, and basically 360'd it and just hucked it down the hallway like a frisbee, and it just started scattering. Several Neogi get completely obliterated at this point. The Neogi that have been freed, probably about half of them immediately just gone. Just in a blink of an eye, just become smears on the wall from this door just barreling down. At that point, most everyone is scattering, mass panic. as the Brax is just going through and thundering into the halls and doorways. The largest exit is the same way that you're going, and you would know the Braxit. If it came from the way that you did, would have to be a squeeze out of that hallway, like basically like crawling through. So you know eventually it's probably coming your way.
So we're moving.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. Okay. With the absolute chaos going behind you in the prison-like area, you rush out. Eventually, you come to a massive door at the end of this prison hall, and it is hatched and sealed on this side.
Just gonna take us above deck. Okay. Opening it.
Okay, make a strength check. And you could have advantage because Hak and Pizor would be helping you at the same time.
Good advantage. There's a 1 on the other roll. 13. 9 on the bells.
Okay, excellent. Whenever you are able to wrench on the door, it's making very slow progress. You can hear the Braxit is thundering your way at this current moment, slowly. As you glance behind you, when you start to feel the patch just slowly start to move an inch, another inch, you glance behind you as you can feel the footsteps thundering towards your way at this point. You hear things crashing in every which way, and the sound is getting closer at every moment. You look behind you, and you see it's heading your way, barreling your way at this current moment. Like all four is just boom, 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 smashing anything out of its way. You manage to wrench that the hatch open at the last moment and push enough just of a space to be able to squeeze through. Do you close it behind you, or do you leave it unlocked?
No, it don't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Who we kidding?
The very first, so you leave it cracked open at this point.
I'm
you guys don't
immediately
take your
finding
full effort.
something to hide.
Perfect. I was gonna say. I was gonna describe what you enter into. This is a larger chamber, and it looks like it has essentially a direct path that leads down into the hangar itself. There is this very large tunnel that leads down and away, and then eventually it falls down in through a very large grate, essentially, that looks like it would be removed and installed in place. So you can see light filtering from that way down that hall, and that's basically if you take a hard left. As you take a right, you see several pathways that lead elsewhere into this complex, and then in the room itself is scattered boxes, cargo, broken bits of Spelljammer ships, and these ships range from the Wasp ships to anything and everything. You can tell they're ships based upon their materials. Some of them are even hulls of ships, like a galleon that has been broken apart. You're in a chamber that's easily almost a third of the size of the hangar down below. It takes up the most of this floor space here, and then leads on elsewhere. Do you want to hide within the hangar, or do you want to try to get out? Not hangar, in this chamber. Because there's definitely plenty of hiding spaces.
Yeah, we'll probably try to hide somewhere.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Make a stealth check, and that would be rolling for Hak at the same time.
Yikes. Dude, Hak is the goat of goats.
The goat of goats.
So I rolled a 4 and a 7 because I have disadvantage, right?
Yep.
So I still got a 9. Hak also has disadvantage. Hak rolled 19 and 19.
Dang.
So
Well, Pizor is a straight roll, and he rolled a 25.
Hak has a 13 on dex. We'd be at 22 if he's not. I don't think he has proficiencies. So, but 22, and then I rolled a 9.
At this point in time, I really feel like you guys would probably find separate hiding places. Hak kind of wheels off and ducks behind a smaller pile of rubble where he blends in well with the outer holes of several ships that have kind of just been piled in one corner. You go off towards a larger ship that looks like it's been taken apart. There's a side door that leads down into a deeper portion of the ship itself, and you're kind of aiming for that. And in the last moment, as you're dashing that way, you hear the door slam open behind you from the Braxit thundering into it. And just as when you're about to go into the hallway, Pizor's hand reaches out from behind and yanks you into the corridor that he's currently hiding within. The Braxit opens up, or like just thunders into the room that you're in, stops and glances either two ways and sees its exit, and starts to thunder out and away from you guys, down into that larger corridor that leads into the hangar. Pizor is painting next to you. I'm glad we're out. That was a bad idea.
No. Great idea. We have our distraction. We're no longer a threat on the ship.
There's no kidding.
Do we go through this chamber to the other side? Or take one of those other hallways?
The chamber is in where the Braxit went off to?
No. You said that was to the left, and you said to the right was like several hallways.
Yes. Yeah.
And then we don't know what's on the opposite side of this chamber.
It's dead end on that wall, sorry.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's basically like you have a large chamber, one entry this way, and then it kind of leads a hallway off that just drops down straight below into basically like an access hatch down. And then on the other way, you have several doorways that lead elsewhere.
Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, I mean, our bread's set there. We're not going the following Rhino boy, so...
He would clear a path for us, but I don't know where that path is going.
we'd be right back where we started, so...
Yes.
The
The sailfish is not down there anymore, right?
Oh no, hopefully they took off.
Okay.
If they're still sitting in there, there's no way they're not toast already.
Yes, that's true.
Let's go try some of those doors.
Okay.
And keep moving.
Absolutely. As you head towards those doors that way, anyone in particular picking? Let's say
How
there's
many are
6.
6 is a lot of doors. Lucky number 4.
Lucky number 4. Okay.
This one, Pizor, this one. I've got a good feeling.
This one does take you. It is off towards the right side of the hallway. So if you entered in from my angle, left was where the Braxit disappeared off to, and then all 6 of the doors over here. You picked the second from the last on this end over here. When you exit out through that way, it immediately starts spiraling downwards.
Not this one. I think we need to still go up.
That's probably what I would think so too.
Yeah. Okay, try another one.
Okay, whatever.
2.
You go on the opposite side. This one does spiral upwards.
What do you think?
Better than down.
Yep. All right, let's go.
Okay. As you lead up and around, it is much more of a design for lithe humanoids. Like the walls get very thin throughout here, and it curls up throughout the exterior side. So when you'd been coming in from down below, you'd essentially made an entire wrap around the entire structure. By the time you pass through the prison and then that larger chamber, you're on the opposite side. So now you're curling up in the opposite direction, but still heading up along that exterior wall. Whenever you get up to here, the final doorway, it ends in a doorway that is a hatch that looks like it's sealed on your end as well.
Why is everything sealed? Where we're going?
Keep things out, keep things in, compartmentalize.
Alright.
As you creak the larger door open, you find yourself looking out upon a very tall room. It curls around the entire edge of the outside of the wasp hive. And you can see there are essentially platforms from this corridor that leads you around the exterior of the ship. You're still within the walls of itself, but you can see along the side there are essentially ramps, platforms, and then a hatch. and then probably another 30 feet or more down, another ramp, a platform, and a hatch, and that continues the entire way up or around in your eyesight before it starts to curve off into just disappearing. And then you do see on the interior wall. So exterior wall leads to like little hatches on the outside, and then the exterior or the interior wall curves up and leads higher up into another chamber up above you, and that's open as well. Which way?
So many doors. We need to keep going up, I would think.
Yes, okay.
Sure, let's go.
As you rush up to the next floor, very first thing you see is along that exterior, it almost is like a mirror of the floor down beneath it, where there are platforms with little ramps that lead up to them and a hatch that leads outside. When you crest this next floorway to get into the next level, you see a Ssurran disappearing into one of those hatches, carrying a bunch of ballista bolts over his shoulder, and he kind of slips into one of the doors and shuts it behind him.
Okay, so I opened up another door that was going up.
Yep.
Again.
That one there was no door to open up to. It's more like it's very open.
So these pods are almost like it's like the what do they call this shit? Almost like no, I'm gonna make the assumption that these are all like ballista holes.
Yes,
Okay.
that would be probably a pretty good assumption.
Okay.
Yep.
Backtrack. We don't need to be here. It's on the outside of this ship. I mean, there's got to be Ssurrans in each one of these.
Oh yes, this is the exterior where they're firing from.
Yes.
It's a possibility to disturb them too.
Yeah, but I don't think that's a mission.
You're right. We have to stop the ship itself.
Yeah, this is waste time, waste energy.
Okay, back down.
Yes.
Okay, you get back down into that central chamber.
3.
At this point, when you do exit or enter back into the chamber, on the opposite side and kind of milling throughout, you see several people, individuals, creatures that are slowly making their way and kind of like creeping out, cautious of wherever the heck the Rhino Man went. But they're creeping out from behind the larger hatch, starting to pick their way through the rubble, seeing if there's anything that's useful for them at this time. But as you enter into 4, you said you peel your way over to 3.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Are you trying to do that stealthily or?
The doors are pretty close to each other, aren't they?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Popping out of 2, walking right over to 3, and opening it up.
Okay.
Going.
Perfect.
If
This one,
if it goes up.
it does head up on this path here. As you guys go to open up that next door, you hear a voice behind you. He says, "Please, can you help us? Any way to get out of here?"
Spending ad dollars on leads that don't lead to revenue?
Oh,
That's like
no.
putting budget on.
That was so strange.
Good old ads. All I can tell you is that way will take you down into the docks.
And that is how we can get out.
There's one chance you have.
But that thing,
Hey, he's down there. Maybe he's fallen out by now. That's all you've got. Unless any of these fly.
they kind of like look around at the utter wreckage. Thank you.
You're welcome. May Themis heal you all.
Who?
And I go.
You disappear up that, I think it was door 3,
Did
you said? Yeah.
Pizor,
okay.
did you hear those owls up back there?
You start to head up in this one, and you can feel that this is more of an interior path because it takes a tighter spiral. You are deposited into not a very large chamber, but it's probably about a 20-foot room in terms of diameter across. From the way you enter in, there are 2 paths that branch off.
Right.
Right, okay. As you are heading to the right, let me get here. Okay, so you are kind of peeling right throughout the top or through the ship itself. You can tell you're still on a slight upward path before finally you enter into very similar to the chamber that you had a scuffle in previously. You find yourself in a similar sized chamber. On one opposite side of there is a large door that leads more interior of the ship. It goes away from the exterior curvature, and there's a very large door, probably about 20 feet in height. And on the other side, on either side of that, is two smaller doors that, if the large door is here, the smaller doors are more off to the side this way. And you had entered in from over where I'm at, sitting again. As you enter in, you kind of scan your surroundings. This chamber has scattered tables that look almost like workbenches throughout the entire area. Half-finished projects scattered throughout the entire area. Some of it looks like repairs being made to armor. Some of it is weapons themselves. And then the door, that massive door that you see, has scratchings that line the entire exterior. From your best assumption, it is some kind of writing. Not a writing that you recognize, but some semblance of writing. Where do we go now?
I'm not sure. I'm trying to think. Let's take a look to see where the big door goes.
Okay. Will you read me your grim psychometry? That's like, I think that's the right feature I'm thinking of.
Let's see. Grim psychometry. Chameleon is when making an intelligence check to recall information about the sinister or tragic history of an object you are touching or current location, you have advantage on the roll.
Okay. As you go to approach the door, the moment your hands meet the door, you can feel the sheer cold of a very familiar necrotic energy beyond. It creeps you out to the bone. Make an intelligence check, and it would be under that grim psychometry feature.
Okay. Gross. 13.
13. Okay. As you are pressing your hand to the door there's something eerily familiar about what seeps from this door. It's like whatever is behind it cannot be contained, and you're feeling just a small bit of the presence beyond, and it flashes you back, way, way back, to the day that Cognan Dustfinger ended your life. A very similar feeling fills you, this almost entire feeling of being dead once again. Complete, utter cold and numbness fills your body as you lay hands on the door. Are you okay, Karson?
No.
What is wrong? What is it?
It's him.
Him who?
I'm not ready for this.
I'm not ready to open the door.
I can't breathe.
We don't have time, Karson. I'm sorry, but a different door. This one over here, then. Karson, snap out of it.
I can't breathe. This is not good.
What is not good? I need you to talk to me.
You know. It's him.
Him. Cognan.
I can't stand.
Then we don't open that door. We find the other doors.
Take over.
Come on. He drags you to your feet, and Hak kind of wheels up behind you and is pushing against you as well. And he drags you to one of those smaller doors off to the side there. As you guys open up the hatch, you find yourself in what is very familiar as, not super familiar, it is 100% a crafting room. There are very crude alchemical sets around the entire room. Not a very large room, but you can see there is active burners that are heating up glass vessels, strange liquid boiling inside. You see a large vat off to one side that is just full to the brim of some kind of liquid. You, even through your helmet, you would almost start to get this smell that is very familiar to you of the Ssurrans from whenever you had very first encountered them. The air is so potent throughout here that the haze hangs in the air with this like greenish smog. Pizor immediately starts coughing. This is not the room. I'm sorry, cousin. And he shoves you back into the other room. While you're kind of gathering your bearings and looking around, would you make a perception check with disadvantage?
7.
Okay. Nothing of note. You are not focused on this moment in the slightest.
Right.
He heads over to the other door. This door, on the opposite side of the very large, cold door that you had touched. As he opens it, it leads up once more. And he says, "This is the way," and he shoves you in.
Okay.
Closes the hatch on the other side, and he leans his body up against the hatch, and he takes a breathing moment. "Cousin, what is going on? I need you to just take a deep breath. What are we doing? Is that door the move? If it's not that, he's fine."
I have no idea. I don't know.
What did you feel?
Him. My death.
Okay. We'll deal with that later. Perhaps we can take the entire ship down and not even deal with that.
Let's go. Gosh, let's go.
As you enter in, or as you guys start to scan the surroundings, there is a small like ramp that leads up to a landing right in front, maybe just a 10-foot ramp. The landing, when you get to it, opens up into a much larger chamber. Tables line the sides. There are piles and piles of food around every which way. It is all rotting in various states. Some of it sloughing off the bone. Some of it still fresh-ish looking meat, probably soured at this point. But you find yourself in what would only be considered something like a mess hall. You see scattered weapons laying about, very mundane, horrible in condition as well. Most of them are rusted or broken, but in some semblance of usability if needed. Most of them look as if they have been taken, because all these weapons are of various different makes and qualities, but not of the Ssurran that you're familiar with. Leading past this larger chamber, you see several doors that lead off. There's 4 in total. 2 of them are open, and they lead into what you could tell just beyond is a smaller chamber, kind of like a common area with doors lining the outside. And it's basically like 2 mirrored rooms where it's a smaller chamber with doors lining each way, like hatch doors, very similar to the barracks that you found in the first level, but just of a finer quality. The other 2 doors, one of them is not nearly as big as the 20-foot door beneath, but another very large door, probably double in size of the typical door that you found. And this one leads directly interior of the ship. You can tell just from the other doors that lead off into the chambers, those are exterior to the ship itself. And then directly interior is this massive door. And then next to the massive door is another door that is still larger in size, and is kind of shunted off to the side of the building to where it leads almost exactly opposite side of the ship as the exterior of the other doors.
Okay. I'm trying to visualize this.
I can.
Lots of doors.
Yes.
Of doors. Let's go to that left door of the big one.
Left of the big one?
Yeah,
Would that be
the
leading
last
into the common area? Or
No, the last door
Oh.
was described.
the very last door that's not central to the ship,
Yeah.
but off to the side? Okay, excellent. When you enter in, or as you approach this door, you can see along the outside, there looks like scattered remains of individuals that have just been tossed outside of this door. They're decaying. Most of them have been entirely picked clean, but little bits of flesh still cling to the bones themselves. The door, massive in shape, but manageable under your strength. You press on the hatch. It opens and swings easily inside. This faint green gas kind of seems to hang in the air and seep outside of the door itself. Do you enter in?
I do, yeah.
Okay, excellent. As you walk within the door, I think we'll take a break right there.
Okay.
That way I can start building this portion up,
Lovely.
and we can come back
Lovely.
as you enter into this room.
Okay. See you on the flip side.
And welcome back to episode 63 of Commander's Log. We picked up, we left off right with Karson entering into the second of the two larger doors on this floor that he had entered upon. Not leading directly into the interior of the chamber, instead kind of an offshoot branch that led more to the exterior of this wasp hive itself. The moment he cracked open the door, green gas started to seep outside of the cracks and begin to fill the hallway outside. Scattered remains of old meals littering the hallway out where you currently stand. As you begin to peer within, you guys are entering in, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Very first thing you see as you begin to take in this room, central to the very room is this large mount that you would only be able to describe as some kind of nesting structure. On either side, this little bits of debris over there are clutches of eggs in various stages of development. Some look more newer, where it's still smaller-ish shells that are goopy. Other sides look more dried out shells, like they've been aged, been sitting for quite some time. This chamber is very large. You see two Ssurran guards standing opposite side at the very other end, facing out this way. And then with its back to you is this massive creature. It is similar to Ssurran's in structure. It has a large sweeping tail that runs behind it, but where the Ssurrans are very wispy and thin creatures, this creature is almost like a small dragon in its shape. I'd compare it to an adult dragon, which wasn't Karson that fought it. Not the full dragon that you fought with Metacrass. This is not a dragon in general. It is definitely some kind of Ssurran, just beefed up beyond all regards. This is the king, if you would suspect. The tail sweeps out behind it in this large whip-like of a tail. It's down on all fours with this massive head that cascades out and above. And where it's standing at is very similar to kind of like a balcony. It is on the exterior of this wasp ship, and it has a clear dome that covers this side, and it is looking out at the field beyond. You see outside a massive spread of a dogfight of Ssurran ships and Neogi ships fighting against each other. The wasps and the spider ships just tackling in midair, firing off bolts, blasts of arcane in every which direction, debris floating throughout through the air. As you enter in, the guards do take immediate notice of you. I need you to roll me some initiatives. I pre-rolled on mine, so I have one for Pizor as well as the other individuals. So I need for you and Hak.
Karson, 16.
16 for Karson.
Hackaroni.
Macaroni.
What if he gets advantage on this?
Nothing that I can think of would give him advantage, but
He
I've
does
been
have-
wrong.
He does have advantage on the initiative.
I've been wrong before.
Oh, nice. That's a 21.
A 21. Excellent.
21.
21 for
I
Hak.
did not use my wings last time, did I?
I'm trying to remember
I
now.
don't think so. I don't think I had a reason.
In the Ssurran fight previously? No, you did not.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't think I used anything but a blood maledict is all I used.
Alrighty. I will give you
Oh, I did use it apparently.
essentially less than half of a round.
Brand
A
passage.
very quick few seconds where you can make a split decision. You're either rushing in or you're shutting the door. Which of the two?
I did use my wings.
Oh, is it marked off? Oh, did you use the wings to get off of the ship, the sailfish?
I thought we jumped down, but I can't recall exactly now. No, we're going in.
Okay, excellent. You three of you rush into this room. Oops, I'm so great at knocking things down. Let me look at a spell real quick. 30 feet is my range. We need those small little rulers. Actually, I do have something
the 30
sim-
footers we have.
Yeah. 30-foot cube would be perfect. He's got to get all the way to here, and he's got how much movement? It's not terrible. Okay. Pizor is the first to go. I had rolled a natural 20 for his initiative there. So immediately as he rushes in, he looks to you and he says, "No holds barred, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
No what?
30. No holds barred. Like, nothing hold back."
Oh, holds barred.
Yep.
Understood.
Immediately as he rushes in, he starts to pull free the water that coalesces out of his wineskin. As he's casting it around, he all of a sudden throws his hands wide open, and a large spray of water shoots forward and almost kind of like creates a rainbow effect as it manifests. Droplets forming this large spectral guardian that takes shape, standing in its way. Let's see, 30 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, right there is where that will go. I'll go right there. I like that better. Okay. As it manifests itself right there, let me make sure. Moves within 10 feet and starts its turn. Okay. Perfect. So immediately he drops this guardian of faith within the room. And then he is going to take a second level bonus action to healing word himself for 4d4 because he's not looking too great from all the poison that he's been taking. 6 plus, 2 4s on that one.
Nice.
So 8 plus 6 is 14 plus 9 is 14 plus 9, 23.
Yes.
That is very good healing for a second level spell.
Yes.
And then you also take 23 hit points of healing. Yes, through the Ring of Amity. So if you need them, you get them at the same time. That is his action, bonus action movement. So he rushes in, coalesces this large figure in front, and kind of takes a step onto the nest itself. Ending his turn, the pink individual is going to, let me see where he rushes off to. Okay, he rushes towards Pizor. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 is his movement speed. What he is going to do is chuck a bomb. As he's rushing forward, you see he has a scimitar in one hand, and then dangling in another, it's almost like a censer, the thing that priests fill with incense, and they kind of like throw around. He has one of those hanging on a chain on his other hand, and he starts spinning it, and he casts it out like a meteor hammer and chucks it straight at Pizor. Pizor must make a dexterity saving throw. 8 plus, what is my modifier? An 11 is going to be a failure. He takes 4d6 poison damage. 5, 2, so 7 points of poison damage. And he is already poisoned, so he is not affected from that. But let me apply the poison condition to him. That would make my life probably a lot easier.
Apply poison condition.
Applying the poison condition. Oh, I already did last time. Sweet. Okay, so I have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Pizor is not concentrating yet because the big guy is.
Single cast.
Yes.
Nice.
Now, so a large creature takes up how much of a base space?
Large, technically, is 10 by 10.
A 10 by 10. Okay. Let me make sure that the wording does say large creature. A large spectral guardian. Okay, so it'd be a 10 by 10 space, so it'd take that up entirely, so we'll put him central. This guy does enter into that space, so he does take the first attack from that creature. It is a dexterity saving throw from...
Yeah, he does enter into it?
Yes, yeah, because it's a 10-foot radius, and so if he spills up this entire space...
He's at 10 foot. Okay,
yeah,
understood.
exactly. And that's a 7 on the dice, so that is going to fail because their dexterity is just a +2. So it's a 9 total. He takes 20 points of radiant damage immediately.
I'm sick. And then double because they're vulnerable.
They are not vulnerable. I hate to tell you that one. But immediately the Spectral Guardian cleaves down at him and lashes straight across his back. The Ssurran cries out in pain, standing firm still, however. Ending its turn because it cast out the Venom charge. And I'm going to make a note here. I guess I'll do it right here. We'll go just beneath it as it used it. Okay, perfect. In its turn, it is to Hak's turn. What is Hak doing in this moment?
5, 10, 15. What do we get? 25, 30.
Okay.
And then we'll just use the full dash. Get in front of this guy.
Okay,
And
excellent.
Interpose.
Absolutely, cool. Any bonus actions from Hak?
I don't think he has any.
Okay, perfect. Ending Hak's turn, it is over to you, Karson Hallebrand.
I start sprinting forward. Pull the hammer up. Both my hands go forward. Then I point it at lower the maul so it's down facing, the head of the maul is facing the back of this large creature. And I go, You will feel the fire of Femus from me. And I take a step into it and I channel all this energy from around me. The golden energy circulates the arcane weave around my arms, down the maul, through the hammer, absorbs for a second before a ball of energy, and then I cast Guiding Bolt with my, what is it, Divinely Favored?
Yeah, awesome. Heck yeah.
Divinely Favored.
Okay, excellent. Guiding Bolt is just an attack roll. You better hit.
18, so it's 25.
Ooh, 25 definitely hits.
Saw that natural 20. I was like, man, that'd be finally when he gets something, you know. For all the times it misses.
For all the times.
Oh, wow. 6, 18 points of damage.
Okay, excellent.
That's not bad.
So, 18 points of damage to the large critter, correct?
Yes, sir. And he glowing.
Excellent. Yes, he does have this divine aura, this golden, like, solar flares that are dancing across his entire body, and it illuminates every scale that runs down the entire back. The snake-like head that ends on the Ssurrans themselves whips around, and it stares at you, and it lets out this horrible roar scream that's just... And its attention is on you there. It is Yellow's turn at this point. Yellow, okay, who's it going to attack? You or Pizor? It's coming towards you.
Me?
Yes. 5, 10. I guess that would be towards Hak at this point. 15.
He enters the space of Big Boy.
He would. Yes, he would. And it is entering the space?
That's what you said before.
Yes, okay. Yeah, so if they enter into the space, they take the damage. And a 2 on the dice is going to fail, so
2 fail.
the Guardian immediately lashes back at this one. I'll say it for this intents and purposes, it turns its focus this way, and it is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It gets on just onto the opposite side of Hak. It is thundering straight towards you specifically that just attacked its king. Ending... Oh no, it still has its turn, I'm so sorry. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, if you wouldn't mind.
It's probably failure. Well, it's still 10.
That is a failure. You
Please.
take 17 points of poison damage.
League of Evasion.
Okay, excellent.
For 8 points of damage instead.
You're not immune to the poison condition, are you?
Depends if I have to breathe it in.
No, you do not. It just applies. So no, I wouldn't think, because it's poison damage. That is goofy.
I auto succeed though with ring evasion.
You get half damage.
Right, but I succeed on the roll.
Oh yes.
I'm
Okay.
not failing
Yes.
the roll. Do I still get the poison condition if I succeed on the roll?
No, you do not.
Okay.
Okay.
So that
Yeah.
takes,
No. No.
that
Yep.
takes away that.
Yeah,
portion
you're
at least.
correct. Yeah. I will probably rule it that you do have to breathe in this poison because that's kind of been the MO for all of the poison effects for the Ssurrans. So I will say that you'd be immune to that feature in itself. But what that does mean is that you succeed, you take half of the 17 for 9 points total. Am I stupid? 8. Okay. Thank you for correcting me. Excellent. Ending its turn, the king.
Hak's gonna go ahead and use his reaction.
Oh, okay, because it entered into his space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
since he made an attack.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll do it. Why not, right? Natural 20.
Nice.
Most consistent.
Dude,
player.
why is Hak
Most
just
consistent
literally,
player on the
dude,
board.
he's a blender, I tell you.
So he does have a shield out now on this one though, so it is a D8.
Okay,
He does
okay.
have his D8 dice out. So that is an 8 plus 3, so he's got 11 plus 6. Yeah, 17. Nice. 17 points of damage. I'll put it in this one. When you eat these 8.
Sorry, how much damage?
17.
17 points to the yellow guy. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, no kidding. Okay. As it's running past Hak, Hak cleaves at its Achilles and just takes a large gash into it. The Ssurran screams out in pain as he manages to find a small chink in the armor. Comes over to the king itself as its head whips around and roars at you as it's erupting in this solar flare that's dancing across its body from your guiding bolt. Immediately, it turns around and it sits back on its haunches and launches itself through the air. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay,
Through the air?
excellent. Yes.
Terrifying.
It leaps straight through the air, landing. The sheer impact of the land sends you scattering and reeling. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yes, sir.
13.
A 13 is going to be a failure there.
And I used my reaction already.
You use your reaction on the previous ring of evasion, so.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said I will use it, and I was like, pause, you will not. Okay, so you take the bludgeoning damage from the hit, that is 14 plus 9, 23 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And as soon as it lands, the impact of its movement sends you scattering backwards, and as it rushes forward, it throws a claw swipe out at you. The claw comes in for a 25 to hit.
Oh, for sure.
25 is going to hit 3d6. 8, 11. Okay, that is 11 points of slashing damage,
Okay.
9 points of necrotic 9 points of necrotic damage,
So half.
and you have a necrotic corruption starts to spread without your body. So as it slashes into you, immediately this black rot seems to leave in its wake of the claw marks that strike across your body. I'm going to make a marker here, so I don't forget it. I'll probably put it on my book. Perfect. Let me make sure I read.
Does resistance to necrotic have anything to do against that?
It does not.
Okay.
It just halves the damage for it. So, oh dang it! I should have done that first. While the creature lunges at you, you are marked. Let me find if there's I thought there was a hunter's mark. There is. There we go. So, not quite a hunter's mark, but you are marked by this creature as its prey. Ending its turn, we go back to the top of the round with Pizor. Pizor is here. He's going to 10, 15, 20, kind of get outside of that there. Does he have any line effects? No, he doesn't, but what he does have is Spirit Guardians. 15 foot, 5, 10, 15, he needs to get a little bit closer, so I guess he'll move within there. Okay, perfect. Now, Pizor is going to be concentrating. He's concentrating on the Spirit Guardian spell, so he starts to piece off individual bits of his water that's floating around him, and they start to manifest in small little motes that float around his head, and they start chunking into the Ssurrans.
Perfect. One guy's gonna be toast at the start of his turn.
Any other creature's speed is halved in the emanation. I didn't know that part.
Yeah, some of the best parts about that.
And whenever the
Blender.
emanation enters a creature's space, so when it enters the creature's space, and whenever the creature enters the space or ends its turn, it must make a wisdom saving throw. So both wisdom saving throws from the two of them. Ssurrans are not the most wise. Okay, it's a +1 First one's a natural 20. Please mark that down. So pink succeeds. And the second one is a 7. That's a failure. On a failed save, 3d8 and half. Okay, perfect. So they still take half damage. Ooh, that's good damage. I rolled a 8, 6, and a 7.
Oh,
5, 3, 09. So 15 plus 8, 23 points of damage. Goodness. So pink succeeded. They take half damage, which would be 12. And then yellow failed. They take the full 23. And immediately, as the water starts to shred through them, small little bits of their black ichor-like blood start spraying throughout as Pizor truly is blending into him. That is his action. Bonus action, he will... did you take a lot of damage from that last one?
Yeah, one could say that. Yeah.
One could say that. Excellent. Okay, he's going to keep you up with a healing word.
Almost 50% of my HP.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, he's definitely going to cast a first level healing word towards you with 6 plus 9, which is why is math so hard? 15 plus another 3 hit points. So
18.
yes, correct.
Sweet.
Yep. So he heals you a little bit. That is his movement. Action, bonus action. Pizor is taken care of there. Pink is going to stay where he's at. Since he starts his turn next to the Guardian of Faith. Let me see. Or starts his turn. Yep, he needs to make a dexterity saving throw. That's a natural 1, if you wouldn't mind marking that down.
Nice.
And he takes another 20 points of damage as it slices down into this creature. That does cause the guardian damage. Yeah, 60 points, one would say. So as soon as it lets out that last lash, the entire coalescence of that water pours into that creature and staggers him forward. Both of those Ssurrans are not looking good at this point. That was Pink's top of his turn. Very first thing he's going to do is take a scimitar attack against Hak. So 3 on the dice for a total of 10.
Oh, sweet.
As he slashes down, it just glances off the side of him. He takes his claws and he tries to rake into the little bits of armor and start pulling it apart with a claw attack. Dang it. That's a 8 for a 14 to hit on that one.
Yep, he's just shield, parry.
Yeah, okay, absolutely.
Sliding.
Once more, Ssurrans are completely ineffective against Hak. It is proven. Ending Pink's turn, it is to Hak himself as he is tanking the hits.
Go right into that guy.
Okay.
That's on him. Yeah. No, that's not great. 14.
14 is going to miss.
Okay. So in the heat of battle, sheens off, slides back to the right side with his battle axe. He's going to go for one of the legs.
Sweep the legs. Put him in a body
25.
bag. 25 is going to hit. And you're attacking Pink there.
Yeah, 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Okay, excellent. Still standing. Not looking great. Ending Hak's turn there. We go to Karson. Karson, at the start of your turn, you take 1 point of necrotic damage as those wounds continue to seep and fester from the claw attack from the king.
I start to walk up. My hammer slides back down. If I remember correctly, it was ice.
Yes, it was.
Recracks again, just thematically, across the edge of the mall. And I go, "You're more ugly than the rest." And I take it with a full momentum, swinging up underneath his head with advantage. Oh, just solid natural 20 on it. I gotta switch dice. That was not good. 18 to hit.
18 just hits.
Ooh, 8 on my ice though. 1 again. Can I roll it one time? Probably. 10, 13, 22 points of damage on the first attack.
22 points of damage. Excellent.
As I crack him up underneath the jaw, I slide kind of like mildly underneath him and then just use momentum to go up and then back into one of his legs that are kind of outreached. 23 to hit.
23 is definitely going to hit.
22 points of damage.
22 points of damage. Again.
Yeah, 337. Plus 9.
Okay. Excellent. Is at the end of your turn, Karson. That was your action. No movement yet. I don't think you did a bonus action either.
Nope. I'll just ready myself against his attacks.
Okay, excellent. Ready yourself, you shall, as it takes a legendary action for 1 claw attack here.
Okay.
It swipes out at you in retaliation with a 21 to hit.
Yes, it is.
Okay, excellent. That is for 9, 16. 16 points of slashing damage and 13 points of necrotic damage. You take 1 more wound from you there. What was that look for?
This isn't going to go well. Okay.
Okay, excellent. That was its legendary action there. Right after the end of your turn, it is to Yellow, who is going to attempt to flee from Hak. 5, 10. He does take an opportunity attack from Hak as he leaves his space.
So it says the new sentinel reads, Guardian, immediately after a creature within 5 feet of you takes the disengage action or hits a target other than you with an attack, you can make an opportunity attack against the creature. Or halt. Okay, when a creature with an opportunity attack, when you hit it, okay, yeah.
I was gonna say, it should probably still be the same.
It's a separate, they separate it out. It's underneath the halt.
You never rolled for advantage from your guiding bolt. I just realized that. Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah. 12 plus 9, 21.
21 is going to hit the guy.
Bring it back.
Bring it back. Run
11,
it back.
8 on the dice.
11. Okay, awesome. And that's to Yellow. Sweet. Okay. As it tries to rush away, Hak just takes the battle axe and impales it straight into the back of the back of it, into the back of the back of the back. It smashes through the armor and cuts straight into the Ssurran itself, which stops dead in its track and falls dead there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. Perfect.
Between the Ssurran and then his previous natural 20, definitely shredded through his hit points there.
Very
So,
nice.
cuts down the yellow one before the start of its turn. That brings us to the king itself. The king is going to have a creature within 30 feet of it. Let me see how far it is. 5, 10,
Yeah,
15,
everybody
20.
would.
Okay, yep, absolutely. I need everyone to make wisdom saving throws. I will roll for Pizor here. Pizor, I believe, is good at those. Pizor is good at those and succeeds.
Yeah. No, we both fail.
Okay.
For sure, we're both under 10. I am at 10, and then he's under 10.
The two of you get the frightened condition until the end of the creature's next turn.
Oh,
Your speed is halved while you are within sight of the king.
so everywhere this room.
Yes. I don't know how you put a marker on Hack. He's too small. Okay. That is his action. Bonus action, he is staying where he's at. He just kind of slithers up to you, and you can see he's about to rear back and settle into you with some more claw attacks as soon as it can. That brings us to the top of the round, is to Pizor. Pizor is going to 5, 10, 15, 20. He doesn't get very close to it, but he gets within the blender range. At the start of its turn, everybody needs to make the Spirit Guardian save, which was what? Wisdom or Dexterity?
I think it's Dex.
Wisdom saving throw. Yep. So, Wisdom saving throw from the king is a 14, but so that is a success. The +4 is an 18, so barely beats it. And then the other guy rolls a 19. So both of them do succeed on the Wisdom saving throws. They do still take half damage, however. 17, 21, so they take 10 points each of damage. That's so funny. Okay. He still has his action. The action is going to be a 3rd level guiding bolt at the creature there.
Okay.
The king, that is a 19 on the dice, so that is going to hit with a 28. That is 6d6 damage. Let me find my d6s. Radiant damage, nonetheless. That is 5, 9 plus another 5, so 14, 20 points of radiant damage to the king as Pizor blasts it with the guiding bolt. It is now shimmering bright blue at the time. You are not looking good once more. Is that correct?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I mean,
2nd level healing word to you with 4d4 plus 9 healing. You get an automatic +4, so plus 13 total. That is 3, 5, 7, 11 plus 13, so 24 points.
that is great.
24 points of healing to you as Pizor's water continues to whip around the room, damaging into the Ssurrans, but healing you there. And he also gets a little bit of bonus to his healing as well, just from his little life cleric goodness. Ending Pizor's turn, it is Pink. Pink is going to try to continue the attacks against Hack. That first attack is going to be at a claw. It's desperately clawing at him. A 3 on the dice is going to desperately fail.
That's insane.
A 17 with the scimitar is actually probably going to hit because that
Maybe.
brings it
23.
24.
24, yeah, that'll help.
Okay. 1d6, 2d8. That's what I'm looking for here.
That'll hit.
That is 9 points of slashing damage. And 6 points of necrotic damage to Hack itself as the scimitar cuts into the metal body of Hack
What was
itself
the
and starts to
total?
do a little bit of damage.
8 and what?
6.
14.
Okay. That is to you. Start of your round, you are going to take a little bit more necrotic damage from the swipes.
Yeah, why not? You know?
Is 6 points of necrotic.
So 3.
And then it is your turn, Karson. You have advantage on any attacks as
and then I
it is
disadvantage
glow.
on any attacks because I'm frightened.
Yes.
Yes. So let's just really risk it for the biscuit. Let's do the Maul just alights with this greenish to orange flame as I cast Green Flame Blade on my Maul, and I will go to make an attack. Which will be a straight roll.
Pick the yogurt dice. Pick the yogurt dice. It will be a natural 20. It's going to be so embarrassing if it's a natural one.
No, it's doggy. Do I use my melee?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
It use your melee modifier.
So, misses 13.
13 is going to miss, unfortunately. That is your action.
Yeah, and then I'll use Mystic Frenzy to make another swipe.
Yep.
Disadvantage. Still, that's a dirty 20 on that one.
Dirty 20 is going to hit.
So I will start working my way this way.
Okay.
Working my way to these legs. I'm going to start pinpointing, just hitting legs in different fashions. 21 points of damage.
21 points of damage. Okay. That is not feeling good. You're starting to see this is wearing down on the creature itself. Blood seeping out of its body. The black blood kind of just slipping down, coating the floor beneath your feet. Is at the end of your turn there.
As a bonus action, I would like to hurt his feelings, and I say, "You're supposed to be a king."
Oh, is that it? I was expecting more.
It's a bonus action, so I
Okay.
wouldn't say 6
Nope,
words.
absolutely.
You're supposed to be a king. Oh, damn.
Hey, there you go. It chatters back to you with a lizard roar, whatever that sounds like to you at home. Yeah, nailed it. Okay, ending your turn. Start of its turn, very first thing it's going to do is I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Frightened has nothing to do with dexterity saving throws, right?
Nope. It does have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls.
It's an ability check or attack.
Oh, yep, sorry. You're correct. That would be poisoned anyways, so I don't know what I was thinking.
Dexterity is a 15.
15 is going to fail. So you take... Roll it. 13... Ooh, 22 points of bludgeoning damage. You're pushed 10 feet away.
Goodness.
And is that every creature within its... Oh, okay. I need to make a saving throw from Pizor as well then. Dexterity saving throw is a failure as well, so he also takes that 22 points of damage.
Okay. What does he do?
The king crouches down and swipes his entire tail around, smashing into you. Basically a full spin, slaps the two of you. He's pushed 10 feet back, and then the king focuses down on Pizor. 5, 10, up to him there. He's going to lay into him with his claws there. That is a 22 to hit on the first attack.
Oh no.
And a 24 to hit on the second one. 3d6 and... Oh no, I rolled 3 6s. That's not good. And 2d8. That's low damage at least. 18, 25 plus 4, so 29 points of damage to Pizor with that first strike. And then the second strike...
Is he within Pizor Hak's range?
He would be, yes. Yeah, because he's a large creature.
Okay.
Well, I rolled terrible this time. 4 points of necrotic. 3, 2, 1 is 6. So 13. 17 points of damage to Pizor. Pizor's looking horribly rough at this point, but he claws into him, raking across his body. That necrotic energy starting to seep across Pizor himself, and he stumbles down, and Pizor's basically scrambling backwards at this point as the king is looming over it.
Have I done... Did we skip over him by accident?
Him who?
Hack?
No, we're at the top of the round.
I know,
So,
I didn't act on him last round. Because who's he after, technically?
after the pink one goes, he had attacked. Are you sure? I thought you missed on both of them.
Because I never rolled like disadvantage or anything.
You'd be correct. Yeah.
No big deal. He'll go. So I just ultimately it is what it is. Just remember that.
I'll give him an extra attack.
He's gonna use he's gonna use that reaction then to smack, which at the start of his turn he loses the frighten. So I'm not gonna let that slide.
Yeah.
So I want that at least straight roll.
Good point. Yeah. No good point.
Reaction attack. This will be using the Guardian Sentinel feature.
Nice. Nice.
23.
23. Definitely going to hit.
8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Heck yes.
As he's like swinging and just hitting Pizor, Hack like hooks his shield a little bit, pulls it in, and then just buries the axe into it one time.
Okay. Ending Hack's turn? No, sorry, that was his reaction.
Yeah, just your reaction.
Okay.
So it's following Big Boy's turn.
Yes, and that was the full scope of Big Boy's turn, which takes us to the top of the round, which is Pizor.
Okay.
Pizor is not looking great in the slightest, so the very first thing he's going to do, well, he does give blender damage to everybody.
Oh, nice. Blender time.
This guy only had 1 hit point,
I knew,
so...
when you made a comment earlier, when
Yeah.
you laughed or something after damage, I go, I know what that means.
Yep, so blender damage eradicates and tears through Pink, and he falls dead there. The Ssurran King needs to make a dexterity saving throw. Is that what it was for Spirit Guardians? I'll forget every single
wisdom.
time. Yes, wisdom saving throw. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That is a 6 on the dice for a total of 10. So he fails, and it was 3d8, no, 4d8, because he upcasted it by 1. Oh, that's bad damage. 8 points there. Plus another 5, so 13 points of damage. Okay. And then the very first thing Pizor is going to do is cast a 4th level, because you're not looking great either.
I mean, I didn't take much that turn because he didn't attack me, so, I mean, I'm...
Oh, you know what?
looking
What's
bloody.
it matter? He has the Ring of Amity, so he'll just heal himself at that point. So he's going to go a 4th level Cure Wounds.
Oh.
8d8.
Oh my gosh. Plus
Yeah.
what?
8d8 plus 11. And then Pizor gets healing based off the spell's level. So he gets an extra 4, so it's an automatic 15 that he gets.
Plus 88.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So 12 for 3. That is 22, 28 for 6. 31, 38 points on the dice.
53 points of healing.
53 points of healing to both of you.
I get 53 as well?
Yes, because
Oh
you, with the
my
Ring of Amity,
God.
everything that every healing spell that he takes, you also get.
What in the world?
Let me make sure that healing is what I thought it was real quick. Oh, I gained 2 plus the spell slot, so I actually gained an extra 2. So it's actually 55 points of healing to both of us there. So he heals himself as his action. His
It's okay.
blender spell is...
Maxing it.
Oh, he needs to make a constitution or concentration check with advantage on that, but then it's a straight roll because he has the poison condition. That's a 19 on the dice, so he succeeds on the first constitution check, or the concentration check. And then the second one is a...
It wasn't very much damage, so...
Yeah,
second one was
The second one is a 17 to save, so he succeeds on both saves for the concentration, so his blender does stay up.
Cool.
I was about to retcon a little bit of that, but no. Bonus action. He's not going to do anything on that one. Ooh, actually, he's going to bonus action. This is not a concentration spell. Double check. Correct. Sanctuary. So for Sanctuary, the creature must make a wisdom saving throw or choose a new target. So he's going to cast that upon himself as a first level spell. So he's got Sanctuary. He has to make a wisdom saving throw or redirect his attacks there. Ending Pizor's turn. Over to Hak.
Hak's going to start hacking.
Do his job.
Yeah, he just rotates, focuses all his energy. Blink, blink, Pizor. 21 to hit.
21 does hit.
15 to hit.
15's going to miss.
And you're giving him 3 attacks in this round?
Yes, I did.
22 to hit.
22 is going to hit.
2 attacks hits. That's 9 points of damage. And, oh gosh, 10. 19 points of damage between the two.
19 points of damage. Very nice.
Yeah, so he's just like, is Ssurran or bipedal? Or is this guy bipedal?
He's got all fours. He's all terrain.
Okay, so yeah, he's just like, at this point, let's just say Hak's like underneath him.
Mm-hmm.
Like just like cutting across the legs. Grabbing and hooking with the shield, trying to pull him off balance and just like slicing everywhere he can.
Absolutely.
That's his goal.
Okay, perfect. I like it. Ending Hak's turn, that is over to you, Karson.
Sprint up.
And you are no longer afeared.
I'm not. So that's save my bacon. Am I flanking?
Yes, you are. So you get that bonus too.
+2?
Yep.
Let's try the green flame blade again.
Green flame blade.
I want it to work. Even though I don't get that extra benefit of jumping off, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take it. Green flame blade activated. As then I'm sprinting forward, and as I'm running, the maul goes back behind me. And the fire is like kind of erupting from me down the shaft of the maul, and it's like almost like when you're breaking that barrier of like speed. You know, like I'm the force like re-entering in.
Absolutely.
And just
you got that dash effect in front of you. Did you natural 20 it?
I natural 1'd it. I'm going to use my advantage that you gave
Ooh,
to me.
that's a good call.
Get out of here. We'll use a hack die.
That's rough, man.
15.
A 15 is gonna miss.
Yeah, always does. So, when Hak hit one of his left legs from underneath, he like caved to the side for a second, and I just missed over the top, slammed into like the edge of that mud, dirt pile, whatever this is.
Yeah.
And it just explodes. I reload real quick, and as a bonus action, I will. How does Pizor look now?
Much
Stable.
better. Yeah.
Okay, I'll try to draw his attention back. I'll just use Mystic Frenzy again.
Okay.
That's my bonus action to make an attack.
Yep.
And of course that'd be 25 to hit.
25 is going to hit.
Yeah, of course, right. Ooh, 2 on weapon die. Nice. That's really good, actually. That's going to be 25 points of damage.
25 points of damage. Yeah, that's a very good hit there.
Blood Maledict and that heavy weapon master is a mean combo.
Yeah, no kidding.
So
Okay. That is your full turn there. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
First thing he's gonna do is spend.
I have flanking. Does 17 hit?
A 17 does not hit.
Okay.
18 is the AC.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because we're doing +2, right?
Yes.
Okay. Dang.
Yeah.
That's
No, it's a
even worse.
+3 from. No, I'm kidding. Very first thing that the Ssurran King is going to do is use 2 legendary actions to make 2 claw strikes. The first one at Pizor being a 22. That 22 is 3d.
After the first one, Hak will use his reaction.
12.
To halt.
Okay.
Or no, this would be Guardian. 17. Oh gosh.
Dang.
No.
12, 8, 20 points of damage. Oh, wait, no, he's got to make a wisdom saving throw or redirect it. Wisdom save is a 16. So he redirects it to Hak. Does a 22 hit Hak?
He has to. Isn't 16 not high enough?
So
If he beats the save, he would. he would get
Until the spell ends, any
attack
creature who
Pizor.
targets the warded creature with an attack roll or damaging spell must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or either choose a new target or lose the attack.
Yeah, so 16 high enough. Does that beat Pizor's DC?
No, Pizor's is a 17.
Okay, so yeah, he would have.
So-
It does hit Hack.
Okay.
His Hack's DC is 21.
So that is 12, 20 points. 12 is slashing, and then
There's no benefit.
19 is slashing. 8 is necrotic.
Oh.
As Pizor's ward bounces the claw off, he takes the momentum and swipes into Hack, and then takes that second attack and swipes into you. That is a 2 on the dice for a total of 13.
So good.
Okay, that is going to miss. That is his actions. He's already got you marked. And okay, yep. Top of the round, back to Pizor. Pizor is going to. I should have been thinking about this. First thing is the Ssurran King does have to do the blender damage. You can put a miss box dice on that one. I bounced out of the dice box.
Yep, buddy.
Save is an 8 on the dice, so that is going to fail. He takes 48 blender. What is the holy weapon damage?
Radiant.
Yes. 14 plus another 7. 21 points of blender damage right there. That is incredible. Okay, excellent. The Ssurran King is not looking good at this current moment as the blender starts to tear into this creature. Blood is being just slipped everywhere throughout this entire room. Pizor is going to take his action to cast the Starry Wisp cantrip. That's a natural 1. So, no extra damage there. Bonus action is going to 3rd level healing word himself. So 6d4 at that point. Um, 6 points. And then that is 8, 9, so 15 points from the dice. And then that was a 3rd level spell. So that would be 2 plus. So 20 points of healing to himself and to you as well.
Yeah, I'm full, but I appreciate it.
Cool. Okay, I mean that's great.
Yeah.
He needed
Crazy.
some healing. He wanted to make sure you also got some at the same
Crazy.
time. So, ending Pizor's turn. The Ssurran King, looking a little desperate at this current moment, is going to take a legendary action. Since it's the top of the round, end of his turn, he does get all his legendary actions back. I need a dexterity saving throw from everybody. So you and Hack, I need them both, and then Pizor's also going to make one.
Dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. It's a 2 on Pizor, so he fails.
Natural 20.
Natural 20, nice.
Of course, I rolled there for me then. Oh, that's good too. That's a 19 on the save for Pizor. Or excuse me, for Hack. So I assume that's a success.
What did you roll?
19 on
19, yes, absolutely. So Pizor takes 10 points of bludgeoning damage. Both you and Hack take half.
Oh no, I take. I'm gonna use my reaction to take 0.
Actually, you would take 0. It does not say half on a fail or half on a success. So
Sweet.
it is just Pizor that takes the
We
damage.
jumped
The
It's like that
Ssurran
machine.
King, that was so weird, lashes his tail out and throws Pizor back 10 feet as he goes clattering to the ground there. That was a dumb move. Whatever. Sure, that works. That is the legendary action at the end of Pizor's turn. It is to Hack's turn. Oh, Pizor needs a Constitution saving throw. 16, that succeeds. Hack.
Hack's turn?
Yeah, I just used a legendary action.
I know.
And then it was Pizor. So Pizor, Hack, Karson, King.
Did Karson go?
Yeah, because you ran up to it.
Like that last round?
Your turn's next.
Okay. Hack is dancing underneath them. We're going on one of the back quarter legs now to try to pull that leverage back as he's pulling towards Karson, focusing. Hack is slinging his shield and just going two-handed onto the axe.
Okay.
For the first one's a 24 to hit,
That is definitely going to hit.
and the second one in the same leg is a 21 to hit.
21 is definitely going to hit as
Switch
well.
into a D10 here instead of a D8. That's only 5 points of damage, and then that is 17 points of damage between the two attacks.
17 points of damage between the two attacks. That is beautiful. The Ssurran King is not looking good. He's starting to look a little desperate. He's going to take his final legendary action with one claw strike at you. That is a 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
5, 8, so 15. 15 slashing, 9 necrotic points of damage as it rakes its claws straight against your body once more. That is his legendary action. That goes to you, Karson.
It looks like your time is now. And you're men are dead. Just like you. And I just rush back into him, wait for his mouth to open, and I just try to bury that maul directly into his mouth.
Absolutely.
Green flame blade. I shouldn't do it, but I'm going to. It's 5, so 14.
You should quit rolling that
I
dice.
know, and I'm going to go. It's all mine to do green flame blade. Then I'll use my Mystic Frenzy as I recourse, and he just he catches the first maul and sheds it off, and then as he's roaring with his lizard-like dragon monkey face back to me, I just try to use momentum and do a full circle with the ball back underneath to a large meaty part of his body. That's a 2, so 11 points on 11 to hit.
Okay.
So
You managed to escape outside of, or it managed to escape just outside of both of your attacks. In its rapid movements of frenzied motion, it dodges both of your mauls and it rushes up to you in close quarters, and it is going to attack.
Hack's gonna finish him right here.
First attack is a 2 on the dice.
On the first attack, Hack
Yep.
is going to use his reaction. Natural 20. No. 17 again.
Misses.
3
Once
times.
more, there's so much blood covering the ground beneath you. It's slippery. It's hard to gain traction and gain the momentum of your
It's like on
attacks.
skates or something.
Yeah, exactly. And then it is frenzied at this moment where it is thrashing all about. The second attack is going to hit you with a 28 to hit. Oh, mamma mia. 21 points of slashing, 10 points of necrotic damage to you. Because the first attack missed, second attack crashes into you.
21 slashing and how many necrotic? 10, is that
10, yes.
So 26.
Top of the round, it is going to legendary action one more. I need dexterity saving throws from both you and Hack.
Hacks. 18.
18 success.
Karson. I think it's an 18. I think I have a +9 because my extra +3 I have. +8, so 17.
Ooh, 17 just fails. You
So I'll
take.
succeed.
Okay.
I'll use my reaction. For evasion.
Yeah, no, absolutely, cool. So as it swipes its tail and goes underneath Hack, you just what was it, like a skip it, I think is the toy that you'd sit around your ankle and throw it around when you were kids?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you'd smack them into your ankle once in a blue moon and cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you basically do that to its tail. You just jump right over it and land ready to go. Top of the round is to Pizor. Pizor is going to stand back up and rush forward. When he rushes forward, he's still concentrating, so the creature does need to make a wisdom saving throw. That is a 17, which is just exactly the DC. He takes half damage, which is the 48. Oh, that's some really good damage.
32, so it takes 16. Good job.
8, so 10 plus 8 is 18, plus another 5 is 23, and halved would be 11. Okay. As Pizor rushes forward, the water beads start blending into it and cutting deep, and it cuts into all of the open wounds that you and Hak have slowly started to chip away at, and it managed to get inside. And you see, just like an alligator skin, you can inflate it from the back end whenever you're trying to skin them. Exact same thing happens. Don't ask me why I know that, but that's how you skin an alligator. You just inflate the skin. Exactly like that, the water droplets find all the loose skin, the cuts and scrapes that have been made throughout the combat, and it gets in beneath it and starts attacking into the actual flesh of the creature, and you see it start spasming and seizing and rolling across the ground until it finally lays still at your feet. You guys stand victorious on the nest of what you would assume to be Ssurran King and Queen.
King and Queen?
Well, you fought the king, by all means.
Yeah. You okay, Pizor?
Oh, Billy,
Same.
are you okay?
Yeah.
Hak,
Link, Pizor.
what was that thing?
I think that was the king.
What does that mean?
We just defeated the king. And I run over to the window really quick.
Rushing over to the window, Pizor
As I'm
still
doing it, I look towards Hak. Get rid of all these egg sacs.
Hak immediately starts to hack away, crushing, making scrambled eggs in the corner.
What do I see when I look out here? Can I see anything that resembles like where the helm might be?
So this looks out away from the wasp ship itself.
Okay.
So it's kind of like you're
Open,
at one of the
open.
upper levels and you're looking out.
Okay.
And you can see down in kind of like the dome that covers you, you can see down the side of the slopes of the wasp ship. The wasp hive itself has taken a lot of damage at this point just from the harried attacks from all the Neogi and everything flying around. The Neogi definitely outnumber the Ssurrans. The Ssurrans outmaneuver the Neogi, so it's a very even fight until the Neogi start to gain more and more. And you can see at this point that eventually it is going to turn in the Neogi's favor. The current moment, the battle is still hot and heavy. Debris flying absolutely everywhere. The wreckage of ships just strewn across the space in front of you. I think that is truthfully the perfect place to call it.
Okay.
Unless there's one more thing you want to throw in there?
Nope, I'm
Okay.
just thinking.
Perfect.
Just-
If you're thinking, then we'll leave you thinking until we pick up the next time on episode 64.
64.
Can you believe it? That's divisible by 8. That information is important. Join us next time
To
for
who?
episode 64.
You know who you are.
Exactly, those that matter. Join us next time, next Wednesday at noon for another episode of Commander's Log. Thank you guys so much for joining us here. Be sure to check out the description for all our socials and even a Patreon down there if you feel so inclined to support us. We greatly appreciate it. But otherwise, hit that like button, hit subscribe, drop us a comment how you're liking the campaign so far, or even how you found us. With all that being said, we're going to get out of here.
See you next time.